Hello, I am Dr. Piyush Sharma from Maharshi Arvind College of Pharmacy, Ambawadi, Jaipur. Our today's learning topic is on Bloom's taxonomy. After the topic, the learner will be able to describe various domains of learning. They are categories of various domains in learning. Use of action verb in teaching. Frame questions from low order thinking to higher order thinking. And learner will identify gaps in learning curriculum. Here, what's the purpose to use the Bloom's technology and Bloom's taxonomy? This taxonomy, that technology was developed by Benjamin Bloom in 1956. That was further revised by Anderson in 2002. The teacher can prepare lesson through Bloom technology to provide framework or organization for classify lesson objectives. The various domains as per Benjamin, three main domains in learning, that are cognitive, psychomotor and affective domain. So let's discuss about these three domains. First, cognitive domain, that is knowledge based domain, that comes with the thinking and mental skill. The psychomotor domain, that is manual skill and physical skill. The affective domain, that is mainly related to emotions, attitude and self. So these three domains we will discuss one by one domain after this slide. But before that, we having a reflection spot, and let's write down the answer in your notebook about the question. Why teacher have to use Bloom's taxonomy verbs in their teaching learning process? So pause the video and write down. Okay, start the video and we will discuss various action verbs according Bloom's taxonomy and their utilization. So the first domain, that is cognitive domain. Cognitive domain is subdivided in 6 subdomains that are categorized in 2 parts, that lower order thinking domain and higher order thinking domain. Lower order thinking domain are remembering, understanding, applying. Higher order thinking domains are analyzing, evaluating and creating. So come to one by one to these 6 domains. Remembering, the action verb, that is just recall facts and basic concepts, where teacher asks for define, duplicate, state, arrange, list out and memorize the ideas. Just like an example, remember the shape and size of lemon. The second subdomain is understanding, that is with explain ideas and concepts, like teacher asks to classify, describe, identify, discuss, etc. Like example, like explain the taste and content of the lemon. Now The third subdomain is applying, and that is use of information in new situation, where teacher asks to execute, implement, solve, demonstrate, sketch, apply, modify, discover, and to show. Just like example of this apply domain is use lemon where vitamin C is required. The fourth subdomain that are HOTS domain. In that, teacher asks to draw connection among ideas. Like teacher use action verb to relate, contrast, distinguish, experiment, examine, calculate, subdivide, differentiate, etc. Example like identify various parts of lemon and tally with other fruits. Next subdomain is evaluating. In that, where teacher create, justify, stand or decision ability student and ask action verb appraise, argue, defend, select, support, critique, judge, compare. Example like compare various vitamin C level in various lemons and decide which is the best. Next subdomain, that is creating. In that, produce new or original work like design, construct, formulate, create, synthesize and develop. Example, teacher asks to develop healthy and tasty juice of lemon. So these were the cognitive domain. Now come to the next domain, psychomotor domain. In the psychomotor domain is subdivided in 5 parts. First one, imitate, where the ability to observe and pattern your behavior after someone else. The manipulate, the ability to perform certain actions by memory or following instructions, where student follow the instruction given by the teacher. The precision, the ability to perform certain actions with some expertise without help, where student perform their own. Articulation, the ability to adapt and integrate multiple actions to develop various methods. Naturalization, the ability to perform action in an automatic or unconscious way, that is a higher output domain where the performance is awesome. Now the affective domain, where the informations are received and responding after the receiving and calculating, then valuing these information and organizing the provided information and their characterization. So these step by step things from receiving, responding, valuing, organization and characterization in affective domain. So if we talk about the summary of the topic, as per that 3 domains of learning: cognitive, psychomotor and affective, and there are 3 lots and 3 HOTS, that are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating and creating. So teacher should think about it and prepare their lessons after utilizing these Bloom's taxonomy. Thank you learner. Feel free to contact on my mail or at my mobile number if you having any further query. Thank you.